The former LMPD officer who killed Breonna Taylor can still be a police officer if he wants.
WDRB investigator Travis Ragsdale explains the process that allows Miles Cosgrove to keep his policing license.
Miles Cosgrove, the former LMPD officer who shot and killed Breonna Taylor. He was fired by LMPD back in January 2021, but a decision Thursday by a statewide law enforcement council allows him to keep his police license and continue working as a police officer in Kentucky if he wants.
They also felt like, at least to some extent, that it did not necessarily violate any of the norms that police officers face on a regular basis.
The Kentucky Law Enforcement Council, or KLEC, is the governing body over police licenses in the Commonwealth. State law requires police departments to report firings to KLEC to determine if the officer should be allowed to continue working as a cop. On Wednesday, a KLEC committee discussed Cosgrove's case behind closed doors and determined that he should not have his license revoked. The full council agreed on Thursday.
I think it certainly adds to our argument that we've made all along, that these are the circumstances that these officers face on a split-second basis, and they have to make this decision, and that's what he did under this circumstance.
The FBI determined that Cosgrove fired that fatal shot that killed Taylor on March 13, 2020, after fellow officer Jonathan Mattingly was shot in the leg as they raided Taylor's apartment.
Drive on a car, put him in the car.
Cosgrove was fired by LMPD after the interim chief said he didn't clearly identify a target.
We are in no way taken away from the tragedy that happened with Breonna Taylor, but we can say that that's a tragedy and that Miles Cosgrove acted consistent with the police practices in Kentucky at the same time.
In a statement, Taylor family attorney Sam Aguiar said, quote, "It's disturbing that his risk profile doesn't disqualify him from being a cop. The thought of him returning to the streets is scary. Thankfully, the other women and children typically staying at the home were not there. Otherwise, Cosgrove likely would have killed them as well," end quote. Cosgrove is suing to appeal his firing. When asked if Cosgrove would try to get a job in law enforcement again, his attorney said,
"At this point, it's more about the principle of the matter and ensuring that other officers out there know what the expectations are for them in these circumstances."
With photojournalist Stuart Hammer, Travis Ragsdale, WDRB News.